Our arrival into the solar system was swift and silent. Our superior technology made it possible for us to alter our bodies in such a way that would allow us to breathe their air, eat their food, and live on their planet. A death world. That's what many species have called it, but it did not stop us in our slow invasion. We chose one of their wild animals as the base for our new body, one that was swift, silent, and most importantly, deadly. One that could kill them. Of course, we had to scale it down a little. We had to infiltrate them, after all, and so we needed the perfect size for it, and eventually we succeeded in altering one of our own into the form of the beast. A beast that will haunt them in their nightmares, and plant fear into their heart when they see us. Many of us were quick to follow suit until only the necessary amount of soldiers remained aboard our vessel to keep in contact with the rest of our people. Our plan was simple. Repopulate as quickly as possible, teach our newborns the way of life, and make sure they understand. When the time comes, we take no prisoners. For all of this, we had 5 major groups in our first generation. The Watchers were the ones who gathered intelligence. They were our eyes and ears. The Hunters, those who made sure there is always food for everyone. The Breeders, whose sole purpose was to make sure our numbers kept growing. The Chiefs divided the territories into several areas and kept watch over the borders. And, most importantly, the Pets. Those brave soldiers who received special training in getting up close and personal with the enemy, to watch their every move, make their life harder, and report any necessary information that they might find to the closest watcher. Their job was one of the most dangerous ones, as they could very easily be found out if they weren't careful enough. They had to appease to our enemies, gain their trust, and take over their homes. Soon enough, we reached a point where we manipulated their everyday life. We became their masters. They began to associate us with one of their gods, Bastet, thanks to which they welcomed us into their home with open doors. The Fools gave us what we needed. They made the work of the Hunters easier. Later on, with a few well-placed agents, we became the symbol of what they called luck. They thought we ward off evil spirits and protect their homes. Something that made our agents nervous, however, was how they always seemed to watch us hunt. This made it harder for our agents to distribute food, which forced us to teach everyone how to hunt, making our hunters obsolete. But that did not matter to us. Our chiefs made sure to keep everyone in order, to keep us up with our training. We continued to send more and more information about the enemy to our leaders aboard our ship, waiting for their orders to strike. We already had them wrapped around our paws. It was only a matter of time until we reached the perfect opportunity to strike. Until then, we continued to gather information, all the while still keeping our heads high with our dignity. Meanwhile, somewhere a human arrives home. "Sir Whiskus, I'm home," shouted the Fool as he came through the portal, closing it behind himself. I could already sense his arrival way before he exited his crude vehicle he calls car. I quickly shut off my communicator and hid inside one of the mouse holes in the wall. The stinking man didn't even know that all of those mice were fake, just a means to have him keep me around. I ran up to him and quickly threw myself onto the back of his legs, looking up at him with wide pupils. "Ah, did you miss me, Whiskers?" the giant cooed as he leaned down. I could have already scratched out his eyes or sliced his throat by the time his slow arms reached me. A satisfied purr escaped me as he pet my exposed belly. "Yes, pet me, human, for you are alive only until the order comes to strike. Until then..." "Meow?" "Yes, I brought home your favorite,